India is set to become the largest connected nation in the globe with 1.2 billion internet users as per the Union Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology, Rajeev Chandrasekhar. Currently, India has 830 million internet users and the number is expected to reach 1.2 billion by 2025. This growth is being driven by a number of factors, including the increasing availability of affordable smartphones and data plans, the growth of the e-commerce sector, and the government's efforts to promote digital literacy. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. The growth of the internet in India has the potential to have a significant impact on the country's economy and society. It can help to improve education, healthcare, and financial inclusion. It can also create new jobs and opportunities for businesses. However, there are also challenges associated with the growth of the internet in India. These include cybersecurity, online fraud, and the spread of misinformation. The government and the private sector need to work together to address these challenges and ensure that the internet is used for good in India. The growth is attributed to several factors, including number one, the internet can help to boost economic growth by increasing productivity, creating new jobs, and improving access to markets. Number two, it has helped to improve education by providing access to educational resources, enabling online learning and connecting students with teachers and peers. Number three, the internet can help to improve healthcare by providing access to medical information, enabling telemedicines, and connecting patients with doctors. At the same time, there are growing challenges that comes as invitation to the world of number one, cybersecurity. As India becomes more connected, it will become a more attractive target for cyber attacks. The government and the private sector will need to work together to improve cybersecurity in India. Number two, online fraud. The internet has also made it easier for criminals to commit online fraud. The government and the private sector will need to work together to combat online frauds in India. Number three, the spread of misinformation. The internet has also made it easier for people to spread misinformation. The government and the private sector will need to work together to combat the spread of misinformation in India. However, the country has created a tremendous amount of capacity in the government by identifying where the threats are coming from and who are the threat. Hopefully, there will be a global protocol on how to deal these areas. Let's look into today's headlines. Foxconn pulls out of $19.5 billion chip manufacturing joint venture with Vedanta. In what is being seen as a setback to India's chip-making ambitions, Foxconn has pulled out of its joint venture with Vedanta to set up a $19.5 billion chip manufacturing plant in the country. Following its announcement, the center has reached out to the Taiwanese contract manufacturer to set up a semiconductor fabrication facility independently in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made chip-making a top priority for India's economic strategy in electronics manufacturing, and Foxconn's move represents a blow to his ambitions of luring foreign investors to make chips locally for the first time. Twitter sees traffic drop where Threads registers 100 million users. Less than a week after its global rollout, except in the EU, the Threads app, launched by Instagram as a rival to Twitter, has signed up more than 100 million users in less than 5 days. The microblogging app is closely linked to a user's Instagram account and is positioned as an alternative to services like Twitter. Meanwhile, Twitter's DNS ranking has seen a drop over the first 6 months of the year. Apple iMac with 32-inch display in works to be launched by 2025. Apple is reportedly working on a larger iMac with a 32-inch display, but it may not launch until 2025. Apple has been reportedly testing a prototype of a new iMac with 32-inch display similar to the one found on its high-end display XDR monitor. However, the new iMac is still in early testing. CERT-In issues vulnerability note for Android users despite having latest OS version. CERT-In has issued a vulnerability note highlighting multiple vulnerabilities in the Android operating system. These vulnerabilities pose a significant risk as they can be exploited by attackers to gain elevated privileges, access sensitive information, and cause denial of service conditions on targeted systems. CERT-In has categorized these Android vulnerabilities with a severity rating of high. Nothing's first exclusive customer service center comes up in India. Nothing has announced the opening of its first ever customer service center in India in Bengaluru. In August, the exclusive customer service center will begin operating with the goal of providing customer support and after-sales services. It plans to increase its service center count to over 300 by the end of July, serving 19,000 PIN codes across the country. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.